Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Danielle, aka Stitcherista here on YouTube, and today is Sunday, August 27th. So I hope your week was good. Mine was all right. To be fully transparent, I struggled this week just mentally. Go through periods like that, and it has just been a difficult week a little bit. So the best day I had, the best, I want to say, chunk of time was probably Thursday evening. So we'll get to that. So I had two questions this week. Number one, someone asked me how to frame stamped cross stitch. I've never done stamped cross stitch. What I suggest when you actually have any questions like that I can't particularly answer because I can't answer everything, look on YouTube, see if anyone else has done it. I'm guessing you frame it same way you would frame a regular cross stitch piece, right? Because I'm guessing stamped cross stitch is mostly full coverage, so I guess. And then someone else had problems with the mesh rulers lining up. They were using the square one. I have never used the square one. I've only used the round ones. And when I go to use the round ones, I really take my time and line it up. That's why I have three different sizes, the 140, the 140.5, and the 141. I tend to use the 140 most of the time, but I really take my time in lining it up. And someone also asked, and this is a question I just remembered, someone said, where do I get my release papers? I always have it listed in the description box. It is crafts. It's either crafts with Crashley or crafts by Crashley. I can't remember which one, but I have her website linked down below. She has some really awesome release papers. That's where I get them. And that same person asked, how do I keep them straight? How do I have them so nice and straight on the piece? It takes me a long time to get the release papers on the diamond painting. I really take my time in doing it. That's it. You just take your time. So movies and TV this week. I have been watching again movies that I own and that I've seen before. Sometimes it is just very comforting to watch something that you've seen before and that you know you love. So I watched The Hurricane with Denzel Washington, which is based on the true story of Reuben Carter. Fantastic movie if you have not seen that. The Life of David Gale with Kevin Spacey and Kate Winslet, another good one. Really love that one too. Matilda, which is one of my favorite movies of all time, and I've seen many times. If you have not seen that movie either, highly recommend. And I also watched The Other Boleyn Girl with Scarlett Johansson. What is her name? Got Eric Bana. He's King Henry. I can't think of the other one. She's the dark-haired one. She's the one that was in. She was Luke and Leia's mother. I know people are going to be telling me down below. It'll come to me when I'm not thinking about it. But absolutely love that movie. Really good. And then, so Thursday, my job ended early, and I was very thankful. I was done work by like 1:45. And Bill was planning that evening to go to the shooting range with a friend of his. So he did that. So he was gone from about 4 or 4:30 until about 8 o'clock. So I decided to sit down and stitch. I just needed to get out of my head for a while, right? And both Jill and Terry have recommended Dance Moms to me, the show. Now, I'm very late to the party on this. This show has 8 seasons behind it, and it's all on Hulu. So I sat down to stitch, and like a car accident, cannot look away. I'm at the tail end of season 1. That night, I watched 4 episodes. It's so good. It is definitely a guilty pleasure, something that got me out of my head for a few hours and kept me good company while I stitched. And so speaking of stitching, I have been working this week on Primrose Cottage Stitches Hot Cocoa and Christmas Cheer, which was their first sip and stitch box, I think. Now, if you remember, I was able to get this frame at Hobby Lobby last week, and I'm going to paint mine red. I'm going to leave this natural, but I'm going to paint this red. And I'm stitching mine on perforated paper in the color Cantaloupe, which is sort of an orange, but it looks sort of golden too. They used Weeks Dye Works Turkish red thread. I am using Color & Cotton's Cardinal. So I have gotten quite a bit done. When I say I stitched this week, I really got some stitching done. Aha, right? So I have made some little tweaks to this piece. The steam on the cup was normally stitched in white, and I stitched mine in silver. It's hard to tell. Silver petite treasure braid, which if you look, there is a, wow, I almost dropped that on the floor. There is a Santa hat over here. I think I'm going to stitch the brim of the Santa hat also in silver to match the silver on this. But I decided instead of stitching sit, stitch, sip, I wanted to put buttons on it. So I bought some Just Another Button Company small peppermint buttons, and I put those there. And then if you look too, there are, I'm pretty sure they're Algerian eyelets, but stitches in between here. And I decided I wanted to use buttons. So when I bought the peppermint buttons, I also bought this pack of sprinkles, it's called. It's small batch buttons, and they're hand dyed, and they have hearts and squares and stars in there. So I picked out 3 hearts for here. And then over here, I'm going to do, I think, 3 squares and then 3, I forget something else. So there's going to be buttons there in place of the eyelet stitches. But I am almost done this. I mean, I just have A and S for Christmas, and then cheer and the hat, and I'll be done. So I really love how this has turned out. Color & Cotton thread, if you have not stitched with it, is wonderful to stitch with. Absolutely love it. And because it's all one color, it goes pretty quickly. Like I said, I got so much stitching done this week. Very, very pleased with that. Okay, gifts. I did receive some gifts this week. So the first gift, so I opened my mail a couple days ago. This was like last Monday almost. And I see it's from 1884 Stitchery, which is McKenna's company, Stitching and Sequins. And I'm like, I didn't order anything from her. So on the back of the envelope, it says this. So she has been in Utah this week, and it's the anniversary of her father's death, and it's always a very difficult time for her. That's the impression I get. Completely understandable. I love her so much. She is such a wonderful person, really good business person. She has done phenomenal with her business. So very proud of her. And so I messaged her, and I knew she was away, so I didn't know if she would get back to me. And I said, look, I'm not going to be opening this then until today. So let's open it and see what she sent me, because no doubt there's a story, there's something with it. She says, Dee, my friends and I thought you would enjoy stitching these charts. My friends? Okay, here's the charts. Heart and hands, love never fails. Absolutely love this. Oh, does it have the button with it? Ooh, it does. Love the colors in that. Love the sentiment. Absolutely. And then another heart and hand. Today I am thankful. Oh, she knows me. And it even comes with the 3 flower buttons inside. I need to stitch this pretty soon, because it would be something really good to look at every single day when I feel like I'm struggling, which like I said, I have been lately. I've been praying. I've been reading the Bible. Sometimes you just have to push through that, right? So that's what I'm doing. Thank you so much, McKenna. Love these. Absolutely love these. Now, my friends, what the world? I needed that laugh. I needed this laugh, let me tell you. Oh, there's more. I thought it was just 2. Oh, good God. Okay. So I'm going to show you these, and then there's a story with it. So these are her friends. Pay attention to the poses and the looks on these women's faces. These are going to go, I am going to put this in my junk journal. Absolutely. And her note. So I have like reference to it. And here's the last one, which, okay. So at the New Jersey retreat, Arlene had a whole row of tables set up. I'm going to be laughing about these for a couple days. She had tables set up where you could bring stuff, and it was like a freebie table. You could just take it. Well, our table that I sat at was right butt up almost against that table. Periodically throughout the retreat, McKenna would come over and look through and pick something for me to stitch. Now, this was all in jest because the things she picked were insane. There was some really old stuff there. And a couple books were these sweatshirts, because you stitch the design like using waste canvas. Her and Arlene came over like towards the end of the retreat, and we laughed for like an hour looking at these women, because there was like 3 or 4 books. So she must have swiped one and decided to cut some of these things out. I mean, the poses, I mean, especially this one. We were just like, what in the world? And some of them had kids in them too. And we were just dying laughing. Junk journal. This is the kind of stuff that is going to go. Thank you so much, McKenna. I needed that laugh. We laughed so hard at the retreat at different times when they came over. That's fantastic. Okay, and then the last gift that I got, I won Holly's from Patsy Putty, her 200 subscriber giveaway, or 200 member giveaway on her Facebook group. And it's putty. So let's see what she sent me, because I have not even, I opened it, but I didn't look at it. So she sent me 5 packs of putty. Okay. So the very first one, I really love this box. I think I'm going to save this box. I try not to save things and do stuff like that, but I may be able to use this for something. I'm going to save it. Okay. The first one that she sent is vitamin C smoothie. I'm guessing this is going to smell deliciously like oranges. Oh man, you want to eat that. It smells like, it does smell like a smoothie. It smells like almost like lemonade a little bit. It smells so good. Okay. The second one that she sent, which I'm very glad she sent because I really wanted to get this one, is clean laundry. So let's see what this one smells like. It is stunning. Here's what it looks like. It's truly stunning how she gets these things to smell just like that. It smells like a dryer sheet. I'm amazed. I could just sit there and smell it. You know, Holly, you may want to do some aromatherapy ones, like lavender or something like that, where if someone's having a bad day, almost like essential oils, you can pull it out of the pack and smell it. some stress reliever ones. Okay, this one is cucumber melon, so I'm sure this is going to smell amazing. Oh, man, just smells so wonderful. And her putty is really wonderful too. It lasts a long time in the pen. I really, really like it. She also sent blue banana berry. If I can get it open. I mean, it smells like candy. It's so pretty. It smells like candy, like you want to eat it. So I would advise, if you have small children, keep this out of their hands because they're going to think it's taffy. And then she also sent a sample of Electric Summer, which I have the big one of this. I bought it when she had her shop opening. So Holly, thank you so very much. Appreciate all of those. All right, purchases. So besides the buttons that I showed you, I also had purchased 2 of Primrose Cottage Stitch's new fall releases. Autumn Quaker, which I can't wait to stitch this one. They actually came out with the kit where it has the rickrack and it has the Color and Cotton pumpkin pie thread. So that's on order and I should be getting that here soon. Can't wait to stitch that. Love their Quaker design so much. Love the bee Quaker. So, and I will be stitching this on white perforated paper. It's going to be very, I'm going to let the thread shine. You know what I mean? And then I ordered their Autumn Alphabet, which I actually bought a board. I should show you. Instead of this board, which this board was the Finishing Paddle by Scarlet Sky Designs. When I was at Hobby Lobby last week, I found a cutting board that looks just like this. Let me pull it and show you. Because Hobby Lobby had all of their stuff, all of their fall stuff, 40% off. So I was able to get this. Right? Won't that look really cool? So I even saved the tag. So if you guys want it is Robert Stanley Signature Collection Acacia cutting board. I just loved the detail in it. So absolutely. Yeah, I mean, look. That's going to look really good on there, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, looking forward to doing that. And then you can see my nice, neat closet back there. So those were the only purchases, except I own this pattern, their Salem Sisters Apothecary, which was from last year. And I decided to buy the thread pack. The thread pack, it uses Weeks Dye Works Kohl. So I got that in the mail because this is going to be my next project. And I actually think I'm going to stitch it on the other piece of Cantaloupe perforated paper I have that will pop with the black thread. And I was able to get this frame. So I am going to use the frame. Here's the frame. It's their dad that actually does all these frames. He has a shop on Etsy called More Man-Made. Look at this bad boy. Oh, I can't wait. I mean, and it's not even a frame, it's a finishing board. So I'll stitch the paper, slap it right on there. This is heavy. This has some heft to it. I am really hoping that they get in, and I'm going to show you, not that one, their snowman pattern from this year. I missed out on their finishing kit for this. I really want this board, this white board. He made it, and it has snowflakes etched into it. I messaged him privately on Etsy, but he hasn't gotten back to me yet to see if he's going to be making any more of these because I really, really want one. I was really sorry I missed out on it. I already have the ribbon and the button because I already had that from a previous finishing kit, but I want the board to finish it on. I love how they finish their stuff so much. So when I can get the things that they use, absolutely. So those were some good purchases. All right. Favorites of the week. One favorite, the Jabco buttons, the Just Another Button Company buttons. They have so many buttons on their website, and you can even get a lot of them from 123 Stitch. I like ordering just directly from their site. They ship pretty quickly. Their buttons are amazing. I really, really love them. Gratitude. Good dental insurance. I was grateful for good dental insurance this week because I went to get a teeth cleaning, and I actually have to get a dental procedure done that's going to take 2 appointments, and it's going to be in September and October. And I was afraid of what it was going to cost. And when I went to make the appointments, I said, can you give me an estimate of what out of pocket I'm going to have to pay? And the dental assistant said it's covered. Could have knocked me over with a feather. Very thankful. And the last thing, books that I read this week. So I read a Christian-based book by Lisa, and I don't know how to say her last name. I want to say it's Turkist. She has written a lot of books, and the book that I read was available on Kindle Unlimited, and it's called It's Not Supposed to Be This Way. And it's about how you deal with disappointments and setbacks and thinking that your life is, this is not how my life was supposed to go. I love the book. I finished it. And then I also read a short story, which I counted. It was 80 pages. Now, normally a novel that I read could be anywhere from 250 to 300 pages. This was a sequel to a book I had read by Lucinda Berry called The Perfect Child. And this was called Welcome Home Reunion. I think that's what it was called. Again, it was available on Kindle Unlimited. It just came out. So good. I finished it this morning. So I don't know what I'm going to read next. I am definitely on track, though, to read my goal of 60 books by the end of this year. I think I have to read a book a week to meet that. So we'll see. I love reading so much. And yeah, I just need to pick a new book. Now, I know that I think it's Tuesday. Frida McFadden is coming out with a new book called The Coworker. So I will probably just wait and get that book on Tuesday. And that will be my next book that I read because I've read everything she's written. Absolutely love them. Okay. So the last thing that I want to show you is my progress on my diamond painting. Now, I will admit I have kind of lost the diamond painting bug, and I did diamond paint some this week, but not nearly as much as I could have. I'm contemplating coming in and setting an alarm for 15 minutes or 10 minutes when I have time and just at least getting that done, because I feel like if I let it go too long, I'm not going to get back to it. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not sure where that bug is gone, why I have not had the desire to diamond paint. I really have just had the desire to sit and stitch. And that's what I've done. As you can see, I got so much stitching done this week. So, but yeah, I'm going to flip you around and show you because I did get some diamond painting done this week. And of course, I mean, I want to get this piece done, right? So this is Queen of the Snow Fairies, and I managed to get done the second section. So I am on the next section. So I will probably, possibly, sit down today and do some. So we'll see about that. But I hope you guys all have a good week and that you have been diamond painting and stitching and crafting to your heart's content. As always, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section below, and I will answer them to the best of my ability. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.